It's 5 a.m. I'm gonna head my way up north to Lund Racing HQ to hang out with the guys, get caught up on some of the new tuning software, take a look at Senior's Grey Goose. That's probably what I'm gonna make this video about. And you know, take the Corvette for a nice long drive. I went up there a couple of days ago to basically enjoy Labor Day with them, but this time it's going to be work related, so I'm going to take this guy up there. We're probably going to start looking at the tuning. Not really sure how much there is to be gained on the tuning end of things, but we're going to go ahead and see what's going on with the tuning, see what's being commanded from the guys, suck the file off, draw it, see what it looks like. I already talked to Kong and he told me what are the new mods, or what kind of mods to do and which ones to stay away from, and I was really happy that he was able to guide me through some of that, because I was going to probably commit some of the classic mistakes modding the car in certain ways that I shouldn't. So I'm going to make my way all the way up to Lund Racing HQ, about 3.5 hours away. See you guys there. Here at Lund Racing HQ, the Grey Goose has undergone a huge makeover to make it way more race oriented, and Senior's gonna get in it, drive it out, so I can show you guys all the work that Blacklist has done to the car. As of now, as you can tell, it has dual chutes and it has a whole bunch of suspension work, which I'm gonna go over in a video once the car gets out of the trailer. Look at all this work. Oh my god.
Yeah, now I got something to grab up, like one of those handicap. All right, neutral. Yep. There we go.
There you go. That's how it sits. Had to stop videoing so we can help them get out, because it's sitting quite lower than before. Legit race car stuff. Go into the hangar. Obviously, you guys know that this place has a gym, so let's go into the hangar and we'll see what's new out there. See a couple of cars already that you guys might know. This is Brandon's 2011 Fox body, twin turbo. We say it's a Fox body because S197s are basically Fox bodies nowadays. This thing has a roll cage, twin bucket bullshit, boost controller, gainus, and twin turbo. I'm just videoing your car. Is this on 3?
You really want to video this?
I'm just gonna of the cars. This is an on 3, right?
It's the hot side of the fluid kit, but it has a cold
so
side. So
on 3 kit, on 3.
No, I'm serious. So it's the cold side of the on 3, but the hot side is all the fluid stuff. So
okay, so fluid,
exhaust pipes, all that.
Okay, very good. So on 3 kit, so awesome. And this is his Cobra, Senior's Cobra. Sorry, you guys know the car. It's been sitting for a very long time. Obviously, I don't want to get on the paint, but it's very dusty, so he doesn't care, and that's right, because Cobras suck. No, for real. It's a 6R80 transmission with a 4R200 hub. Still has a Cobra motor, twin turbo, HPP kit, made 1,000 horsepower, but it just sits. Everyone knows this GT500, 1314 GT500. This is a 14 GT500, probably one of the better color combos out there. We all know the deal. This is our R&D car. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but we bought a Gen 2. This guy's bone stock, but we're doing Motec testing with this car so that, you know, we can test out some of the features. It currently has a Motec system in it, but it is bone stock, so we can play with some of the features that Motec does offer. Blue Goose, we all know Blue Goose. Blue Goose is one bad motherfucker. It's been 740s, quickest it's ever been. It's been 740s. It currently has, I believe, a Predator 5.2 built motor in it. I believe it also has, does this have an Aldo mid-mount kit in it right now? Twin 68? So twin six, what? Oh, whatever. 70, twin 68, 70, 35. So it's got it. One, does it run? Yeah. If you could get it started, that'd be great. So basically, this is a mid-mount Aldo kit. As you can see, most of the work. No? Oh, well, if you could start it, cool. If not, no big deal. It's not the end of the world. That was Dakota's car? Yeah, I got to get Dakota's car tomorrow. You guys will be here tomorrow, so that's good. Friday? Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, car's not ready. It looked like a disco. That was cool.
Yeah, I thought it was the wiring on the injector, but my feet flipped it. And was able to ground it. I squeezed these little pins down there. I don't think it's. Greg, what you guys doing?
Senior, and tell us what's new in the car. Oh, Mama Lun's here. Don't want her on camera. So, Senior, what's new? Obviously, we all see all the work that has been done suspension-wise, but I kind of want you to go over it real quick. Just give us a rundown why you wanted the suspension work done, and then what actually got done while it was over at Blacklist
Performance down in Odessa, Florida. So we were up against the limits of the factory suspension. Basically, anytime the car would start to separate, and you need 4.5 inches separation to really plant the rear end. When it would come through about 3 inches, it's a panhard system. It would shift, and all cars do it. Even if you think you got it all figured out with your stock suspension S197, they're all going to eventually do it. You'll meet the limit, and our limit was our 730s. About 190. So, and when it does do that, it limits the separation, blows tires off.
Mm-hmm.
I got tired of losing traction at 100 right before the 8th.
Is that because it meets the full extension of the shock, and it just has nowhere else to go to keep planting?
It meets it. The shock stops extending because it shifts.
Oh, I gotcha.
Take one of these, a stock S197, like the Shelby, and drop it on a lift, and you'll watch.
It'll kind of go forward, right?
Forward, and it'll come out.
Right.
Go sideways.
Okay.
So nothing changed from the seat forward.
Okay.
Everything was from the seat back. It already had a 25 cage in it, so basically they gutted the car and tied. Did a semi mini tub. Did a really nice job. Modified the current bars that came back. Modified the fuel cell, which it used to be fuel cell I-cell.
Mm-hmm.
Cut that.
I noticed that. So
shifted this to the right for some weight.
Okay.
Shift. Moved the I-cell forward. Same cell. Same WP32 pump. Just moved it forward, refined this setup, which worked very well, but it has 2 separate intercoolers up front, 1 tank. That's why it has 2 return lines, and then it wires off to 2 feed lines. Ended up cutting about 17 feet of line out, which takes a lot of back pressure out of the system, so circulation's a lot better. It's going to cool a lot better.
Wow, look at that. How long did it take them beginning to end to get all this done?
3 months.
Wow, that's a shitload of work. Now, weight. How much did the car weigh before versus what it weighs now?
With me in it full race ready was 35, 25.
Okay.
We lost 224 pounds out of the car.
Jesus.
Most of that was in the back because all of that is now 9-inch narrowed. We're able to run a 15 by 13 rim with a 275 or a 15 by 14 with a 315.
Right, I saw the 315 over here, but what are you going to run mostly? A 275 on it?
Depends on what class.
Okay.
It's a Florida 2K, we're restricted to the 275. 315 looks really good and is about 1.5 inches wider. It's about a 4-pound heavier tire, but obviously it would, it's going to work a lot better in this setup.
I kind of like how it looks with the small tire. Call me crazy. Obviously, it sits real low, but like you said, Florida 2K and certain other classes only limit you to a 275. It's 275 60/15 on a 12-inch wheel. 13-inch wide wheel.
Yeah, some guys go 14, but we went to a 13. We used the 315 though to set the car up. So if you notice, the tubs are probably full size.
Right.
You could put a.
You can stay there.
You could put a 32-inch slick under it.
Oh wow.
If you wanted to.
So you can get away with a lot of tire there. You can run.
We did that on purpose. Build it around the larger tire and then swap to the smaller tire.
That's cool. Now, obviously, eventually on another video, maybe we can get it up on the lift, because underneath it's super impressive. There's a lot of stuff going on underneath there, but I just kind of wanted to give a general rundown. So basically, mini tub, for lack of a better word.
Yes.
9-inch rear end. What gear ratio? Kept the gear ratio the same?
I had a 331/88. We went to a 3.0 9-inch.
Okay.
40 spline light and spool with 40 spline strange axles.
Tell me about the doors quick. Like, I know that it had stock doors and power windows when it ran its best numbers.
Correct.
Oh, yeah, they are.
The doors were probably a 68 pounds each, I think. Now these are about 7, 8 pounds.
7 pounds? You mind if I...
It may be a little heavier with the Lexan.
Look at your finger out of there. There you go. Yeah. Whoa, wow. Dude, that's super light.
I have to say this is probably... I'll put my foot. I have to say this is probably one of the most impressive pieces that they did.
The framing, the handle, everything.
Short order, and I threw it in them at the last minute because I had a hard time finding these doors. These doors were custom made, I'd say one-off by Dan Schoenig.
Okay.
Very last minute. He did them through a friend of mine, Andy Speranza, bought them, and then Andy ended up not using them. I bought them. I couldn't get doors anywhere for us when I
heard it was like a hard thing finding some doors.
Lexan is what's the glass company?
Optic Armor?
Optic Armor, but it comes in a sheet. So then they have to cut it to the window, custom frame it, and they did a beautiful job. They always add these side locks, and this locks up, and this is even modified. They weld this and remodify it so it hooks up under the roll bar. There's a tab, so it pulls in, and they fit perfect. They really did a great job.
So what does it latch on to? And here, this guy right here?
Correct, and a stock door latch.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Hinges and then a stock latch in the back.
Stock latch. Oh, wow. So it all goes stock, custom hinge. Oh, wow. That's cool.
Yeah, this to reach in.
Are you going to wrap it or leave it bare like that?
I think we're talking about wrapping it in the carbon look.
Yep.
We wanted to wrap the whole car before Florida 2K.
The roof was also made carbon, correct?
Yeah, I found a roof at the last minute, so they did that job too. It looks OEM.
Oh man! Oh wow! Oh wow! So I didn't even notice it. So it didn't save much weight.
But what this allows for, it was Grey Goose 2.0. This is Grey Goose 2.5. It's going to be more to come with this car, and that'll be Grey Goose 3.0. When we go 3.0, we can pop this carbon fiber top off super easy now, and we can get to the top of the cage.
And then do whatever structural upgrades.
At that point, it'll be a full tube chassis. All the floor plan stuff will come out. Typically, when they do that, they drop the roll cage through the bottom of the car.
Oh, yes.
And then they need to get to the top to weld all the cross bracing in for the extra bracing.
So with that, they can remove it easily and upgrade the cage.
Correct.
Very cool. Yeah, it seems like they really did a really killer job. And you said they did some of the wiring too, right? They ended up doing some of the wiring for you?
I came in to at least tell them where to go, but as far as they re-channeled all the bulkhead wiring. We talked about a parachute upgrade. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, and Matt LaRue just said, trust me. So I did.
Okay, and I see that he gave you a...
Probably overkill, but now if we ever get the car recerted for, you know, a $699 over 200, we're set up.
Man, so the goals on this car is obviously a 6. It's not, we're not shooting for 7.0 or teen. Like, we're not going to be happy.
I want to be the first factory ECU to run a 699, and I want to be the first 6R80 to run a 699. I think it'll do it.
Yeah, I mean, we saw what it did mile an hour wise with the old stuff. We went 730s with UPR and like a TIG Vision anti-roll bar, and then 8.8. So now 200 less pounds, same engine, right? Same power.
This is back to a 5.0. We had a 5.2 earlier.
Okay.
We have a 5.2 that eventually will go back in it over winter. But this 5.0 is making good power. We've made some changes on the cams and on the turbos, and it's liking it. And we're really trying to get the thing to consistently 60 foot, which we'll be able to do with the suspension, which is now a coil-over, fully adjustable, wishbone tri-link, reinforced setup, 9-inch with Santos.
Oh, that's badass. So maybe on the second part of the video, we can get it up on the lift. I don't know if you'll have time to do it by the end of the week, but if we can get it up on the lift
tomorrow.
Perfect. If we can get on the lift and we can talk in, you know, I don't care if it bores people. I want to know, like, in detail the theory about what's going on underneath, what they did, how they did it, and then we can just feed them that other stuff. But for now, I just wanted to give them a quick overview of what's going on, and then part 2 of this video, we'll get it up on the lift and check out the underneath.
Sounds good.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. So there you guys have it. The what is it? Grey Goose 2.5. Grey Goose 2.5. So it's ready to potentially run a 6 or at least a 200 mile an hour quarter mile. We're gonna throw 40 plus pounds of boost at it. We're not looking to mess around, obviously, because, you know, it still has a 6R80. When he says factory ECU, it does have a Ford Racing computer, meaning something like a Gen 2 computer. This is essentially a Gen 2 operating system. Okay, it doesn't have any Motec, it doesn't have any standalones, it has ID 2650s. It's got basically stuff that you can literally put on a OEM factory computer, but in a race car. So that's the whole thing that we like to, you know, support people that like converting cars that came with a VIN number into full-blown race cars. That's the whole reason we do this. We are in the OEM world, and we like to stick to the OEM world. So stay tuned for part 2 of this video, where we'll put it up on the lift and we'll check out what's going on underneath. Guys, you're not going to want to miss that. It's pretty damn impressive. Some of you might not be interested because it's a little bit over your heads, but for someone like me, this is super Billy badass stuff, something to strive for, and I think you guys will really enjoy it. Thanks for listening, guys. Talk to you later.